Hello, my front-end friends, and welcome to my podcast, General Musings. And of course, happy holidays to all of those who are celebrating this time of year. My name is Kevin, and this podcast is the audio version of my weekly Sunday newsletter, where I talk about whatever is front of mind for me in any given week, usually in some way that's related to front-end development, as well as share interesting links and resources that I've come across in the past week and share what I've been up to as well. This week is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode than usual thanks to the holiday season being upon us, and also I'll be skipping next week before kicking things back off on the first Sunday of 2024. I'm still trying to find a format that works well for this podcast, and I'll probably be experimenting with it a little bit more in the new year because, as I said, it's the audio version of my weekly Sunday newsletter, but newsletters are a lot better at sharing links than podcasts are. And this week's newsletter is basically just a whole bunch of links, and I'll make sure to dump all of those in the show notes if you do want to dive into them. But I do think they lead to a little bit of an interesting discussion that I want to have because they share something in common, which is how amazing CSS is starting to become. Not that it wasn't amazing before, but it's incredible where it's headed to. And as we head into 2024, it amazes me how much CSS has changed just in the past year alone. It's incredible how many new things we have at our disposal now. And the other cool thing is seeing how quickly all of the browsers are actually getting behind these new features. It's kind of wild to me. It sucks when a new feature is added and then we have to wait around before we can actually use it in production. And we see that now, of course, with a lot of these new things that are coming out. But in the past, that wait until we could use something in production would easily be double or longer compared to how long we're having to wait now. Anyway, I said it was going to be a short one, and that's because that's it for this week. As I said, the links to a whole bunch of stuff are in the show notes below. And just a little bit of housekeeping before I do let you go, though. In last week's episode, I mentioned a year in review, as well as a what's to come in 2024 episode. And I think I got my schedules mixed up because, as I said at the intro of this, I'm going to be taking next week off. And then that episode will be the first one that we're going to have to kick off 2024. Until then, thank you so much for listening. And until next time, don't forget to make your corner of the internet just a little bit more awesome.